fourth depth, that pointer finger, moving energy through the muscle layer of the body. And so it brings us to this understanding, this deepened awareness of the seventh depth. We talked about how the bridge out of the body, when we're burdened by that toxic sense, whatever that is, whether it's something we've ingested or an experience we're digesting, that fourth depth is incredible for releasing, to freeing us from toxin. And we recognize that we're part of this greater experience, you know, that science has been able to prove in many cases that they're beyond the skin, there's this place of heat and frequency and light. And so Jin Shin Jyutsu and those ancient teachings that originated in India, China, Japan, and into North America, to say with Mary Burmeister, the teacher that I was speaking about, and her teacher, Jiro Murai. Jiro went into the Koji, the Japanese record of ancient things, to deepen his understanding before he began teaching Jin Shin Jyutsu. And Jin Shin Jyutsu invites us to expand our awareness beyond that sixth depth, beyond that place of heat and light and frequency, to this understanding that beyond the sixth depth, there is the seventh depth, the eighth depth, and the ninth depth. And the ninth depth of our creation is the place of no thing, the place of the void, the place of the vastness, the nothing. And that in Jin Shin Jyutsu physiophilosophy, they ask us to consider that black nothingness is a place of energetic frequency of which we are all created. And from that place of all oneness, that no thing, we move to that eighth depth of unity, where the no thing becomes the unity of the now moment, where all of what is intermingles in that place of creation. And when we move to that seventh depth becomes the I am. It's the individuation from the totality of the eighth depth that emerged from the vastness of the no thing. And the concept of that seventh depth is so exciting. It's that place where we then become the essence of our beingness. And in that fourth month of creation within the womb, Jin Shin Jyutsu speaks to that place where the seventh depth then begins to enter into the blueprint of our creation. And that soul then begins to dance into the realm of skin and plasma and bone. And we begin to create this rhythm of containment and beauty, but with a very individual dance. And each one of us is given that gift of containment and bone and blood and plasma. But why is it that each one of us is born so different, yet the same? And it's because of that magic of the seventh depth, where the I am emerges from the vastness of the unity. In order to open to that place in the vastness of the unity, we recognize that this cervical vertebra number 4 is also simultaneously developing through that fourth month of creation into the seventh depth. So anything that we can do to support the relationship between the density of our creative selves, our creation, and that place of light and frequency and sound. Anything we can do to open that channel, we can connect through that softening through the muscle layer to release into that 6th depth, or we can invite in the blood, the bridge into the density from the 6th depth. Anything we can do to just really improve the bridge between the outer body and the density will then create this stronger sense of our individuation, our I amness, our understanding of who we are. And so oftentimes we can go through the motions in our lives, but it's the who we are, the soul of our beingness, that each one of us strives to fully embrace and understand. So the more work we do to connect with that outer body by clearing the toxins and releasing the fear, by opening to the chi coming in from that outer body place of the 6th depth, by dissolving our resentments, by being able to be present in the now. Releasing fear allows us to become more intimately connected to that capacity for dissolving through the muscle layer, bridging out into the 6th depth, dissolving resentments, resolving through breath and relaxation, and also that present mind awareness of the now moment allows us to move the chi through the blood as we breathe through and down, feeding the blood, bridging in from the 6th depth. As we release through the muscle, releasing fear, open through the blood, dissolving resentment. Then the resistance, the sticks begin to move from the sides of the banks of the stream, and the stream is able to flow, and we're able to receive more clearly. And that soul then has direct access to our body through that 7th depth. And it always lives with us, but it's our deepened awareness of that connection that we're going to speak to today. So we already worked at the 4th depth, pointer finger. We already looked at that 3rd depth, bridge in, middle finger, exhaling, softening, clearing the mind. And so in the hands, the 6th depth lifts in the palm. And so we welcome the soul, I am, by connecting to that umbilical energy and that diaphragm energy. So fingertips on the palms of the hands, we recognize that in each breath there's this chance to begin again, that our divine beingness lives beyond the density of our creation. Holding and exhaling through that central palm. Exhaling. We begin to feel a stirring under our fingertips as that waterfall of descending energy moves through and down beyond the feet. And the in-breath creates the space between the vertebra, the space between the molecules, connecting all that is pulse of life in the center of the palm of the hand. Take 4 more good breaths, allowing for the diaphragm breath, the belly breath. Sure you're comfortable, and if you need to lay down and close your eyes, or if you drift off to sleep, your body knows just what you need. Always body scanning, checking in. If I need to change the position of my hands, I can do that easily. Exhale. all that is beyond, all that is above, and all that lays below. Another beautiful way to connect with the totality of our beingness is to bring our palms together and interlace our fingers, expanding through the neck, softening through the shoulders. Body scanning all the time, checking in, deepening the awareness of the breath. It's a beautiful thing to hold the knees. Our hands can make the way to the knee. It's an incredible opportunity because the inside of the knee helps us to move the chi through the body, through the third depth. Also helps the first depth, releasing worry, allowing us to be more present. And the outside of the knee helps us to stimulate the bladder and kidney channels, the lower knee, fingertips just on the top of the outside of my calf. And it's not always easy for people to reach the outside of their knee, and that's fine. You can go to the pointer finger, achieve this very similar effect on the body as we clear the mind and focus on the exhale. Our beingness knows exactly what we're up to. The mind could not possibly keep. So we exhale. And I like to go back again and again and again to that place of bridging, softening through the breath, allowing that dissolving of anxiety, fear, relaxing the muscle layer, being present. I do that through the index finger or holding the outside of the knee, pointer finger. And again, that's the bridge out. And I like to go back again to the bridge in. I needed some energy, so I'm going to hold either the inside of the knee, in the fetus, fetal position, or sitting up, or the middle finger. We can do this as a gift to ourselves to increase that personal intimacy, and it can happen all day long, or it can happen just on a moment when you have a moment in your day. And as you bridge out, you bridge in, or bridge out, resolving anxieties and fears, bridging in. As we want to move the chi and gain more energy, it's important to dissolve the resentment and the anger. And we can be angry. That's a very healthy response to a difficult situation. But it's about keeping it moving in the body, allowing the bridge in and the bridge out. Asking ourselves, what's the essence of the I am? How does my